Welcome to the Canadian Business Leadership Forum. I'm here with Bill Buxton. He's a principal researcher at Microsoft, as well as an author of the book, Sketching User Experiences, Getting the Design Right and the Right Design. Thank you for joining me today, Bill.
My pleasure.
First of all, why don't you answer this for me? True or false, Canadian companies are not innovative enough?
According to the Conference Board of Canada, definitely not. They actually flunked beautifully with a big fat D.
Do you have any theories as to why this might be?
Well, I think I'll tell you why it's not. It's not because of a lack of ideas, and it's not because of a lack of will, and it's not because of a lack of potential or opportunity. It's a lack of execution, and I think the reason is a deep cultural and organizational one.
Well, I wonder if you believe that failure is an essential element of success, because I certainly do, and I feel that we're very against failure in our culture.
Yeah, we're against risk as much as failure, and so we like things are safe. We like our money in safe place, investments to be safe. We want our children to be safe. We want everything to be safe, and the thing that we fail to realize is you can't buy safety. There is not a single thing in this country that I value, whether it be a business, an educational institution, or an author, or an explorer, that didn't result from incredible risk. So everything that defines us as Canadian came about as a result of somebody taking risk, and yet we're sitting here benefiting from it without putting up our own fair share. And that's the challenge. How do we change the culture so that we're far less risk adverse?
Well, how should a company change its corporate culture to one that is more innovative?
Well, I think the first thing is to notice that there's a difference between risk and danger, and that you can change what would be a dangerous situation to your competitors or even to yourself before preparation to something which is absolutely a justifiable and containable risk. If you have essentially the right training, the right tools, the right fitness, and the right partners. And the question is, and this is where the big if is, if you understand what is meant there and what is appropriate there in the word the right. What is the right training, and how do you get fit? And to think that we can just leap into things and have them work, well, that's nonsense. But actually, if we step through and view the process whereby we go about doing these things as being an object of design and innovation, then absolutely I think we can take risk and be successful.
Now, I've heard you say that from the moment of inception to success, a great idea can take up to 20 years. So what does that mean for smaller companies that may not have 20 years to wait for ROI?
Oh, well, you can have great ideas in less than 20 years. It just means the ideas you're capitalizing on are 20 years old. It doesn't mean you're 20 years old. So if you're a good prospector, think about the gold's been in the earth for centuries, perhaps, right? Just because you can still profit by it if you just pick it up yesterday. And so I would just say you can mine ideas that are 18 years old and have them profitable in 2 years.
Any practical tips for making that happen?
Step out of your comfort zone and actually you see the world through different eyes. And the main thing is that if you are, for example, a computer science company, full of software engineers, stop hiring software engineers because they're all going to see the world through the same eyes. It's that breadth of perspective, this T-shaped person that are lined up to give you this broader base of perspective.
Very interesting stuff. Thank you very much for speaking with me today, Bill.
It's my pleasure.
That's Bill Buxton. He's a principal researcher at Microsoft.